In a world engineered for distraction, staying sharp is no longer an option. It's a skill, a discipline, and a Stoic art. Notifications fight for your attention, headlines manipulate your emotions, and every scroll is a trap designed to drain your focus. The modern world doesn't reward stillness, but Stoicism teaches that stillness is your superpower. The Stoics lived in chaotic times, yet they cultivated clarity by mastering one simple rule: don't let the external world rule your internal state. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor surrounded by political noise and personal betrayal, kept his mind disciplined through intentional thought. He journaled not to write for others, but to train his mind. That's the secret. Your ability to focus starts with what you allow into your mind. If you don't filter your inputs, your thoughts will be chaotic. Seneca said, "To be everywhere is to be nowhere." That's exactly what modern minds suffer from. They are everywhere but present nowhere. Each time you check your phone compulsively or jump from one task to another without intention, you chip away at your mental edge. The Stoic doesn't surrender to this. Instead, he builds systems, routines, boundaries. The Stoic mind isn't cluttered, it's quiet, not because the world is quiet, but because he's trained himself to be. And in that silence, clarity emerges. The ability to think clearly in a distracted world is not a gift. It's a discipline you build, day by day. The Stoic doesn't fight distraction with willpower alone, he eliminates its source. One of the most powerful habits you can develop is creating an environment that aligns with your values. Your phone? Place it out of reach during focused hours. Social media? Limit it to scheduled moments, not scattered breaks. Epictetus taught that we must control our desires, or they will control us. The same applies to attention. Every time you let distraction win, you reinforce the habit of mental weakness. But every time you say no, you sharpen your will. Stoics train like warriors, not with swords, but with awareness. Before checking your phone, ask, "Is this action aligned with who I want to be?" That moment of pause is where your power lives. It's in that space you reclaim control. Distraction is not just noise, it's a thief. It steals your time, your clarity, and ultimately, your potential. But the Stoic sees through the illusion. He doesn't chase dopamine, he pursues mastery. Morning rituals, journaling, silence, these aren't aesthetics of a calm life. They are strategies of mental dominance. Marcus Aurelius didn't rise to leadership by being lucky. He rose because his mind was anchored in clarity while others drifted. To live like a Stoic in today's chaotic world is to reclaim your attention as your most precious currency. You can't build a sharp mind on blurry habits. You must protect your mind like a fortress, because once you lose it, you lose everything. Clarity thrives when you're intentional. That's why high-value Stoics don't just consume content, they curate their mind. They ask, does this serve me? Does it move me forward? And if the answer is no, they eliminate it. The Stoic mindset isn't about doing more. It's about doing what matters, consistently. When you create inner stillness, the noise of the world loses its power over you. Now let me speak directly to you, the one watching this, craving direction in a world full of chaos. If you've made it this far, chances are you're not here to be average. You're here because you want to rise, to sharpen your thoughts, to embody strength, clarity, and discipline. So here's your moment. Subscribe. Because this channel isn't just about information, it's a forge, a place where minds are refined, where distraction dies and power begins. When you join this community, you're choosing the path less traveled, the path of mastery. You're saying no to mediocrity and yes to focus. You're stepping away from the crowd and into your own strength. This isn't motivation. This is war against weakness. And clarity is your weapon. If that resonates with you, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell, and let's build your Stoic mind together. A Stoic sharpens their clarity, not in comfort, but in challenge. Every setback becomes a tool, every insult a sharpening stone. When distractions scream for attention, the Stoic listens inward. They don't need validation. They don't seek permission. They filter life through reason, not reaction. That's where their clarity comes from, knowing that what they can control is enough. The rest, it's noise. Modern life floods you with urgency, notifications, opinions, endless scrolling. But what if you paused? What if instead of reacting, you observed? That pause is power. That silence, it's control. In a world chasing attention, the Stoic becomes unshakable by mastering presence. Focus isn't a skill, it's a shield, and you build it by making calm your default, not your luxury. Discipline is the foundation, but clarity is the architecture. You don't build a strong life by chance. You construct it with intention. Each habit, each choice, becomes a brick, and the mortar holding it all together, your clarity of mind. That's how Stoics rise above chaos, not by controlling the world, but by mastering their perception of it. The Stoic doesn't escape the noise, they transcend it. Through repetition, awareness, and restraint, they shape a mind so steady it becomes immune to distraction. While others chase novelty, the Stoic refines the essential. They know that real strength isn't loud, it's still, it's focused, and it's deliberate. Each moment becomes a chance to return to clarity, to recenter in what truly matters. And that discipline to focus, especially when the world pulls you in every direction, is what separates the reactive from the resilient. If you want to rise above the chaos, it begins with a decision to no longer be owned by everything that doesn't serve your purpose. So ask yourself this: in a world designed to distract you, will you choose clarity or will you be chosen by noise?